don't need people's approval.
To do the right thing. It's like calling your parents and say, hey, Mom, we are leaving the house. Should we close the door? You don't need my permission to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So I knew that God loves all people.
And He came for all
all people. And I think I got a passion to reach out and remind them. Because I've never been to a mosque because no one invited me there.
Do you think if anybody invited you, would go?
I wish if somebody invited me, I would go, but no one invited me. So that's why I'm like, let's invite people to church. Someone has never been to church because no one invited them.
Yes.
So all they hear is what people say about church.
So you get this collaboration with him, Bobi Wine. That what's the title of the song?
Jangano saba mukanisa tewali tabu. Yeah.
I love that song. I love that song. And how do you just get from featuring them in the video, but also featuring them on a song?
I think when you are accepted, when people accept you, you know, it comes from dating to courting to a marriage.
To definitely marriage.
Yes, so all the way to honeymoon. So you know what I mean? You don't just, the day you like a girl is not the day you take her to honeymoon, unless if you are secular and you are all drunk. But it's a process of people working together and realizing you are not fake. You know, you are true and you indeed represent Christ. You are weak, but you're not wicked.
Yeah.
So it takes time for those folks to accept you and say you are our brother.
Definitely, everyone. We shall reach there, but everyone I've talked to, everyone I've heard, these celebrities have been talking good of you. Like,
thank you.
You are their pastor. Pastors of, actually, some people refer you as pastors of celebrities. Pastor of 𝐈𝐧𝐬𝐭𝐚, pastor, like.
People can always give names, but all I know is loving God's people. The strong and the weak, the rich and the poor, the saints and the sinners. Yeah.
Your music has been of these life scenarios, like basically I could say real life scenarios. Case in point, you got a song out called 𝐶𝐻𝐻𝐾𝐨. Like, how do you come up with these ideas? Some come within your head just like that, or some are real life experiences?
I think they are.
Because it's a unique style that you have.
I think creativity is a gift from God. But thank you. Yeah, it's creativity. Like, I didn't know that I would be singing almost 15, 18 years later. You get it? I have seen musicians come and go. I've seen churches come and go. So it's God who gives the favor. It's God. You know, a farmer will plant and water the seeds, but God will make the seeds to grow.
Yes.
I've seen some people here that I'm like, I saw them come, like, let me say, Justin Nabusa. You know? I've seen her turn into a preacher and a great musician. But I saw her here without dinner. You know, Trina Herbert, Damasco. Some young people rising up. You know, be it the Joseph Ngomas, you know. Yeah, Joseph Segao is in my generation. You know, so it's God. When you are creative, it's not your making. It's God. You know, sometimes we go to the studio without a song, and you come up with a song and it changes people's lives. You know, I remember there's a time I told Damasco here, I'm like, do you know any studio that is open now? And he's like, let me make some calls. Then he took me to Joshua. And I went there and I'm like, hey Joshua, hi. I meet him and he's like, give me the piano, I'm like, oh,
we shall talk of that. That's,
you know, like,
specially
so you don't say it is you. When I was doing that song, I didn't know it was going to be, you know, or any of my songs. Yes, from the church to the clubs. So it would be, like I said, it is God. Even water doesn't know what happened to it to turn into wine.
Like,
it's just the power of Jesus Christ doing a miracle. Yeah,
it's already served to people.
Yeah.
Wow. Talking of Justin, you spoke of Justin. How do you find her? because she's one of the key people when we talk of Pastor Bugembe's career. There is another name which rises, which is...
Yeah, I think she's our next Joyce Meyer.
Wow, amen.
She's going to be a great woman of God.
Amen.
That I'm sure. And many others from the Worship House. Worship House is raising a lot of people all over. I was asking my friends, one of my friends, how did we end up on 31st here with over 30,000,
Like
about
35.
30,000
Wow.
people? Because we prepared for about 20,000, there was over 10,000. Extra. Then we had a stage at Busabala and at Chambogo and at Massey, where the orphanage is, where our orphanage is, Massey Church. So Massey Child Care. So, and Paul works with some big TV here. He said to me, I think we are so many, only that we are not loud.
Yeah.
You get it? Like we don't make noise, but we are so many that have been touched and blessed by this place. So everyone invites the other. So we are raising preachers here, we are raising musicians here, we are raising people in business. I believe God is on a mission in this place. Yeah. So I believe she's one of the people that are going to be very great in the near future.
One of the credits I could give her, or one of the, like, I could say honestly, you know, some people, when they get a platform, they tend to misuse and disrespect those people who paved the way. And to see how so humble and she has a great humility in her, it's really so interesting for sure.
Because she's also not the only one. There are so many others. She knows she's been lucky. Yeah, I believe she's one of the next big things. Like I believe Trina Herbert at Family Life Church. Like I believe someone might be watching here and you are the next big thing and you have no idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you create this church, which we shall take a tour in a few, but you create this church, formerly it was not called Worship House. Why they changed it? It was called Light the World Church.
Yeah. Like 2-3 reasons. One, God told me, break down the church. I'm doing a new thing. That's how we took down our old church. And
which was around
there. And then every old building was to go down. And God told me I'm doing a new thing. And by then, this place was people's homes. And they were not selling. We had to knock on their doors and ask them to sell. And we took down the church. So in that process, God also gave me a new name.
Okay.
He said, this church shall be called the Worship House.
The Worship House.
We always said, Light the World, the Worship House.
Oh. So it was like a subtitle here?
Yeah. So then we switched it and we said the Worship House would be the name.
You're on an interview I think some years ago, and you said probably one of the minor reasons you could say, because you have a lot of youths around, and the Worship House is...
Light the World Church was hard for the young ones, especially if you hear the churches in town, you know, Watoto, you know, Fanero,
Miracle Center, Haniel.
It was hard for our young people. So we were praying for, you know, how do they fit in, so they don't feel like, oh, Light the World Church and Nansana. So we just, when God was doing a new thing, He also gave me a new name for the church. So
basically, if I'm getting your story, or if they're getting
your story... But also we are worshipers. We do worship nights.
Worship nights.
Yeah, last November we had Jesse Reeves here.
I will talk about that just a bit.
So we've been doing worship nights. So we've written songs that have helped the church. Naturally and graceful and calmly. So we believe we are anointed for worship too. So
if I'm getting you right, you would do anything to attract people to God as long as you don't compromise your relationship or your Christianity.
Yeah, that too, but I would say they that are led by the Spirit are the children of God. You have to be led by the Holy Spirit. Sometimes you don't know why you are doing what you're doing. When we took down the church, we didn't know that there would be over 20,000 people here.
Definitely.
When we went into COVID, we didn't know that the church will end up doing 4 services a Sunday, because we used to do 2 long services. So just follow the Holy Spirit, and yeah, and you don't have to apologize or explain. If it's God, God will speak to the people.
Okay. So you do these shows. You do shows not only here at church primarily, but you do concerts but this is for the people. I'm asking for the people.
Yeah, it's okay. Feel free to ask anything.
They say, if they are to reflect on the Bible, there is a part it says, if you're given for free, give for free. If I'm to quote right, you are given for free, give for free. So why do you still tax people to come to your shows?
Because I pay the studio, I pay the video man, I pay the audio, I pay in the studios, I promote the song. Everything I do, it's not for free.
It's not.
By the time you see a song on...
It has millions of expenses on it.
By the time you sit on your TV and be like, wow, I paid someone to edit the song, to record the song,
shoot the song,
promote the clothes
the
I'm
song.
wearing, promote the song. So that's why we be like, yeah, you can pay something. And in a concert, everything, the stage is paid for. You get me? But I promise you, if someone gave me everything for free, why would I charge people? I'll be like, bring just something to say we love you. Yeah,
something to back that up on now. On 25th, if I remember properly, November, you had an overnight here, which pulled those massive numbers, multitude of people.
Night,
So why don't they also count that it was for free? I think entrance was for free. So people
but
should
everywhere you go, people will ask you for something. The border guy will say, pay me. The shop guy will say, please pay. The teacher at school will say, please pay the school fees. So it's always good to support kingdom work. Anyone who always feels like, why would I support kingdoms? God is kingdom, One day we shall all die and leave everything on earth.
We shall.
So when God has blessed you, support kingdom work.